Alright guys, for our September Professional Development of the Month, I decided to show you how to use Storify. So what Storify is basically a website that's pretty powerful. It will record and tell a story for you, and what it does is it takes social media sites such as Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and it allows you to create a digital storyline. So let's take a look at it. So it's Storify, Storify.com. That's the site. You'll notice I already have an account, so it's very easy to set up an account. You can set it up and link it to your social media pages such as Twitter or Facebook, or you can just have it linked to your email account. But it's real easy. Once you create an account, the green button here, New Story, you click on that to basically tell the story that you want to tell. Okay, so let's go through this and it'll make a little more sense to you when I'm taking you through the steps here. So you click New Story. Alright, what happens is the editor comes up. So when the editor comes up, you worry about over here on the right side first. So take a look. You'll see icons such as Twitter, Instagram, URLs, Facebook, YouTube. So let's just worry about, and notice this is my username for my Twitter account. Let's just say that we want to take a bunch of tweets from a certain hashtag or from a certain account and create a story with them, meaning let's gather all of the tweets, the last 50 or 100 that were tweeted out on a certain hashtag. Okay, well first we have to do is we click Twitter. Okay, now so you'll see it says enter keyword or hashtag. So let's say, well, you know something? I want to check out what's been going on, hashtag GLHS. Okay, so it says search. So you go over here and click the magnifying glass. What it does is it gives you the most recent 50 tweets that were tweeted out by anyone with the hashtag GLHS. Okay, so you'll notice we look at these, and if you click on the side, you can scroll down. You'll see that Paul Print tweeted something out on Tuesday, wishing good luck to our teams. You see Miss Holloman tweeted out the cool visual that the swag class printed out, and she tagged GLHS in that. So there's a picture. You'll see Miss Alo, she tagged hashtag GLHS for the next S Club meeting, and so that tweet's on there. And then Miss Malbach and Mr. Banks. So they all included hashtag GLHS in their tweets. Okay, so you'll see here it says 50 results, drag and drop the best ones, or add them all. So you could pick up each individual tweet if you wanted to and drag and drop it over here and make a story. So I'll show you. I think the easiest thing to do is if you're wanting to create a story, take the 50, add them all, and then go and delete once it's over here. So you'll go over here to the left side now. You'll see where it says enter a headline. So this headline could be anything. So right now let's just say our headline is going to be hashtag GLHS. And then you would put a description in, and you don't have to, it's optional, but we'll say events that have recently something like that. You can put anything in. Alright, so now you go over here and you can scroll down the side, and let's go down to a certain tweet that I don't want to include in my story. So again, it puts anyone in here that uses the hashtag. So this here, I don't want to include this tweet. So I would go and just hit the X button and it deletes it and goes to the next tweet. Okay, so you notice these are tweets from the football game. Again, here's one. GLHS, hashtag Go Trojans. That's obviously not us, so I would delete that. Okay, so I'm just right now just trying to find Gehanna tweets to share with people in a story, hashtag GLHS. Okay, so let's say I go through all 50 of those, or I just keep 25, whatnot. I have a name for it. I have a description. I go over here to hit publish. Now, once it publishes, it'll tell you, your story's been published. Why don't you view and publicize it? Okay. So first, it'll say, hey, do you want to notify people? And what it does is it picks up Twitter accounts that were posted using hashtag GLHS. So sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't. Let's say this time I'm not going to share it on Twitter. I just hit the X. Alright, so now what it does is it's created a story for us. So if you would click and just scroll down, you'll see those tweets that we just saw. Now they're all in like a story, so they look like a visual or an image. It's pretty neat. You don't have to have Twitter to see this. That's the beauty of it. Okay, so let's go back to the top. I want to show you what some of these icons do. Alright, the power of these icons, I like it. So a template, you can set it up like a story, a grid, or even a slideshow. You could make it like a slideshow. You can notify people just like we talked about. Edit, you can go back and edit. Just go right back to the editor if you need to. Okay, so let's go back over here what I published. Published just a minute ago, view published story. So we should go right back to where we were. Let's see if we do. We do. Okay, now this right here, these three dots, probably the most important icon. This is where I can tell it what I want to do. I can share it, so you could share it on Twitter, Facebook, or your Google account. You could change the URL, and what it does, it gives you a URL here, so you'll see mine. And you can change this and personalize it. So you would just go to the end here and maybe, call it something else. Something like that. Then you can save that. So it'll save the URL as long as it's unique. You can export it. I think this is pretty cool too. You can export it and create it as a PDF file. So let's say you want to share it with your parents in an email, but you just want them to see it as a PDF. You don't want them to have to worry about links or anything. You can save this PDF and then share it with them, and then they can see it as a PDF file. I think that's pretty cool as well. It should load up here. Okay, so it loaded up. So this is a PDF file. That's all it is, and it's just what we were looking at. So just another way to share information with people. You could post it on your portal too. I think it's pretty neat. Okay. So what the plan is what I want to do is make this into a URL. And what I want to do is be able to take the great things that are going on at the school and at events, and I want to be able to share that with our parents, even if they don't have a Twitter account. So let's say not all our parents or our stakeholders are on social media. This way, I can use our newsletter that we send out each week, and I can link them to this. So I could put a link, check out all the great happenings at GLHS, and they click on it, and they go right to our Storify that we made. Now the part that's important is we all use the hashtag GLHS when we tweet things out. That way, great things that we're doing will all be saved, like I said, and we can put all the results in there in the Storify. So you can even have kids do it. So kids could be taking a picture of something great that's going on at an event or in your classroom. As long as they put hashtag GLHS, we can include that in there. So if you're a staff member and you're not on Twitter, you're not a big fan of Twitter, you can have your students do it, include GLHS, and we can include what we need to include to show people the great things going on in the classrooms, different types of instructional methods you're using, different types of projects you're doing, all that stuff. So we can share that with the stakeholders, even if they're not on social media. That's basically what I wanted to show you. So I think this will help you with that. I think we need to do that to get a good message out of what we're doing. And I don't want to rely all the time on social media, because sometimes parents aren't on it, stakeholders aren't on it. This way we can share with them the great things that are going on at school. You could also use this in your own classroom. If you have your own hashtag for your class already, you can include that hashtag and GLHS, and you could search your own hashtag and create a Storify for your classes to share with the students or share with your parents. So there's other uses for this you can use in your own classes, and then we can also use it to show the great things that are going on at GLHS.